unfortunately they're not currently financially available options for me, so just stick with the 12 for now. If I could afford one, it would definitely become the main card. This 12 gig would become my secondary and I'd crossfire them. But I mentioned board that has 4 M2 slots on it, which is what I would like to have taking up one of my PCIe slots. So because they are chunky cards, like, and I'm not too sure. I might just be able to squeeze that in with another graphics card and nothing else. So we'll see. We'll see how shit goes.
1800 DPI.
Let's keep it on 1800 DPI, so we've got a little bit more finesse and a little bit more mouse responsiveness to give us a better idea of how the card anti-aliasing and motion side to side response wise goes. I mean, that's pretty good. There's ever a slight slowdown, but I don't get graphical tearing, I don't get artifact misshapes and all the rest of it, or I don't get codec rendering issues. It's more to do with the lack of optimization in the game at the moment, being as it is an alpha. But yes, so far the overclock response for my graphics card is working well. Excuse yours. Stable temperatures, stable percentages for load across the board, which is nice because I've now got an extra 10% headroom that I didn't have before, which is cool. What's this guy doing? Sod off. Why don't you? Go away. Always got to have someone being an idiot. Fuck off, mate. You're going to cause problems. What are you doing? Go away. Idiot. I don't want you to muck up my test. Go away! Stop fucking around. What are you doing, idiot? All I want to do is get into space. Stop. Fuck off, mate. No. No. I don't want to accept your invitation. I don't know if I'd add you to my friends either.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Maybe I want to add you as a friend. Not while you're mucking around like that though. I'm going to have a different elevator. You go in yours, I'll go in mine. Yeah, good. The only reason, like, it's not that I can't not play with other people, chat. It's just been followed by someone and not known it. I've got into a hangar in a station, and then they've ended up. There he is. They've ended up hiding in my ship as I've taken off without my noticing. I've then wondered why my back door is still open. I've gone to close it manually because at the time I didn't know the shortcut to be able to close it, and because I got out my seat in space, I went to check where they were, didn't have a gun drawn. As I shut the door, they ended up getting in my seat to my Titan, and basically stole my vessel with me in it. So I had to shoot them down with them in the seat, but in doing so they died, and as they did, they hit the self-destruct shortcut, which then blew me up, which highly annoying. So now I'm paranoid as hell about who the hell is getting into elevators and hangars with me, just so that I can make sure that it's not going to happen again, because I didn't get the chance or the choice to give them a crime stat, which you usually do if it's player on player action. You can choose to give people crime stats, so like obviously, and then you end up with bounties on their heads, and you end up not being able to land at certain places or land and cost me money. I don't like that I've got frame drops still in Twitch. That's not cool. Which means that needs sorting out. Now, how do I go about doing that? That's the only problem. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look and see if we can change. Yeah, we've got. What's it? We might have to make it just a small bitrate option there. Gives a bit of headroom, and then hope that we don't have too much in the way of frame drops. Let's allow the game to catch up with itself after the Alt tab.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
I do have to say, I've definitely got a sharper sense of FPS for sure, and resolution. This extra megahertz, that's quite cool. I think we'll keep that.
You are clear to launch.
Yes, I am clear to launch. Thank you very much.
Launch complete.
Let's do this. No, that opened all of them, even though they were already all closed because I didn't get in the back, but that's okay.
Landing gear retracted.
And up we go.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oh, I would love to visit again. I really would. I have to say, these settings are fantastic. Such a small vessel. Let's have a look and see how it affects the map. Oh, that's better. I can zoom and get a much better. Yeah, cool. That's where we want to be. There she be. Will you let me QT to it from here? Apparently you will. Fabulous.
Initiated.
Oh yeah, that's better. I like that.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I shall proceed to the assigned landing bay because I need to get on the station, my good old chum. Whoever that is in the ATC. It's not the one I wanted.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, and then landing gear is not going to be deployed. Look at this. Look at this. This is good. Still got model draw rate being a little bit should be a bit more distant, I think. That could just be me. It could just be the way the game is at the moment. You want me to be that way round, don't you? Yeah, because we're coming in from underneath.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, look at that. You could get right
Landing
to the
complete.
front.
Have a pleasant stay.
Beautiful. Exit the ship. It should just come straight out the out of the canopy, which is right at the front, with the gun literally in the hangar door. Yeah, look at that. Oh, beautiful. Can I just get them in the... Yes! I would say it's one of my most perfect parks. If you wanted to clean a gun in a place like this, you'd be in the right place. It's a bit foreboding, right? But I don't care. Now, hopefully if I open my inventory... Yes! All my stuff is here. I've still got shit on the surface that I really need to kind of bring up. These placeholders can be destroyed because I don't really need them anymore. But I can't get rid of them because they are objects that just haven't loaded or have glitched. Such is life. So let's see. Let's get to the lobby. Let's get the ASOP machine to bring all of my stuff that's at Babbage down back up. Get it all up here.
Welcome
Which is this
to the
one.
ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Store that. We'll retrieve
Vehicle
that.
select. Your
No,
vehicle has
we
been
don't wanna do
delivered
that.
to the Please
We
Visit
wanna-
Us Again. Welcome
I'm an
to
idiot.
the ASOP vehicle retrieval
Been a
system.
little while. We want to claim this because that's going to
Your
take
insurance
forever
claim
and pay
has
the
been sent.
expedite.
Thank
Because
you.
that's a fair bit. Getting 8 grand for those many minutes. We'll leave the dragonfly down there, but we'll claim the vulture.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
So we've got 2 and a bit minutes on that one to get them up here. That's fine. Another good point, actually, chat, is I will need to make a list of these because the Vanguard Harbinger, the Ares Starfire Inferno, and the Drake Vulture are what I need, or what I want to have, sorry,
Welcome to the ASOP. Welcome. Please visit us again.
to purchase. They are what I want to purchase on the website to permanently own. I think they will be good ships for me to just permanently have in my collection with insurance, so that I don't lose them per wipe. I need to do the cutter first though. That's the first one I want to turn around and have before the wipe, which I think is coming the end of May, beginning of June. It's whenever Invictus lands. I've not been au fait on how long that's going to be. I've missed the past couple of cycles over the Discord. Over in the Finger Cave. They know all that sort of jargon. I'm yet to catch up into my knowledge when it comes to the YouTuber of Star Citizen. But don't you worry, I will catch up. My brain is like a sponge. The joy of having slightly autistic symptoms when you're bipolar OCD, but you know, with PTSD. But yeah, we'll turn around and see. Now the MPUV cargo, that's what I need to LTI and upgrade with a tenner basically in store to turn it into the basic Drake cutter, right? So that I then permanently own the cutter. If I have the cutter and I have the Titan, that's the Titan's what I got with my to buy the game. Basically, that's my game package, so I can't ever get rid of that, or I'd lose the game access. But the Titan and the Cutter, I think I can use to earn enough money in game to be able to purchase other ships. Now, after the Cutter, I think the Vulture will be the first on my list. The Starfighter Inferno and the Vanguard Harbinger, they can wait in purchasing, but that Vulture is necessary in my eyes because that's what I need to salvage and earn money solo. So that's what I'm gonna do in the coming
Please visit us again.
in the coming weeks and months. That's the plan, and to get that done before the wipe, so I don't lose anything. That Empath cargo I won't lose because that's a Luminalia gift that LTI'd from playing it through Luminalia, did the 12 days sign on and so on and so forth. Got all the, that's been with me through previous wipes, along with the Titan, so I know that's not going to disappear anywhere. I'm not too sure about the Hull A. From what I've been told, the MISC Hull A only comes with the subscription for a month because I only have the subscription for a month. So come the end of the month, I'll lose access to EPTU and PTU because I probably won't be able to afford the subscription. But if I can, and I can keep that ongoing, I assume that I will have the MISC Hull A as well. Whether that will get lost in a wipe or not is yet to be seen because I've not had it to lose through a wipe, but I know the others will. I don't plan on losing the Cutter. The Cutter is an immediate purchase. As soon as I get the chance to, I shall. Because I want that ship, and I love that ship. I'll keep that there for now. Have global chat. What's up with global chat? Has it just disappeared, or is it not working here? Who knows? Who knows? I assume though that this this particular server is pretty empty, perhaps. So who knows? We shall see. But anyway, let's crack on with what I was planning on doing. Now that everything's back up here, we shall go out the Vulture.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to. Please visit us again.
Let's go. What do we need? We need, oh, hangar 1. Beautiful. Beautiful. First hangar, furthest away. Or one of the furthest away. Swift to get there. Fantastic. I'm hoping I haven't got anything on board this. I can't remember if I cleared it or not. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, I did. Fantastic. Have we got anything in the buffer? That's the next question. No, we haven't. We haven't got anything in the buffer. Lovely jubbly. Right. Before anyone decides to come up into this fucking hangar and steal my ship. Let's close the door. Just double check and make sure that I've got... Oh, that was the worst place to do... Get off. To do that. Has he got... Yeah, I've got that tractor beam. And I've got... Yeah, my pyro multi-tool. Beautiful. And I also have... Oh, I only have one of those. Okay, so let's see if I've got... Do I have any more? Consumable goods? Not in that box. How about in this box? No, not in that box. And I'm pretty sure that this box didn't have anything in it. No, it didn't. Okay. And nor did the 8 SKU. No, because the 8 SKU I could have put everything in. And didn't. Because I'm an idiot. What's in the vehicles? Got nothing in the vehicles. Okay. It is what it is. Luckily enough, we haven't been running around in the suit for very long. So yeah, ship is ready. What I have forgotten to do though, chat, is set my respawn point to Port Tressler. It's the one thing I need to do. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'll go back down in the lobby. I should have done it as I ran past, really. That's my fault. So here's me trying to be efficient, and here I am, wasting time. Where is it? It's going to be through here. Oh, look at that. Right in front of us. That's what we want. All these people playing with these bloody carts and trolleys. Oh, I don't know. It's the regen screen. Access. Yes.
Security, please come to storage room 3 right now.
What regen location is that? Let's transfer the imprint to this clinic. Yep. So that's our regen clinic. Fantastic. Just double checking to make sure. Our main primary residence is Orison. Which cool. I don't mind that.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
So let's go out in the Vulture. Oh no, I've already got it out, haven't I? Oh my god, where is my brain today? See, it only takes one thing to muck up several days. Can really affect someone for several days. I mean, that's mental health, but sometimes shit's just unnecessary, you know? Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into it. Let's get into getting on, because we're now 55 minutes into this stream, and I've only just got onto my ship, and I'm pretty much ready to go and do some salvage. So that's what we'll do. Hopefully we'll be able to pick a slightly smaller ship today, so we can scrape the hull, and then hopefully we'll be able to fracture it and dismantle it, or disintegrate it, sorry, turn it into dust, and only need to do the one trip. Now that might mean that I'm gonna need to. Thank you. Oh, fuck's sake. That might mean that I need to pick. Yes, welcome to my craft. Beautiful. Might mean that I need to take a slightly smaller sized contract. You know, one of these ones that are like 5,000 or whatever. Drake cutters, Michael 3 and 4. I need them to be Microtech. I prefer them to be around here, so we're not having to go too far. Let's go for Michael 1 and 2s, shall we? Let's go Michael 1 and 2s. Let's see what we've got in the bottom of the list. There's Crew L1, Crew L4, Arc 5. Ah, Star Runner. Critical malfunction, so we might have that one. Drake Corsair. Those two look tasty for 20k. And the salvage. And everything else is going to be a bit too big for us, to be honest. Yeah. Definitely much bigger. Okay, so it looks like either these two, the Star Runner and the Corsair. That's at Shadow Frontier. Or we go for the cutters that are further away. Let's go for the ones that are closest. Let's go do a Corsair. We haven't done I haven't salvaged a Corsair, I don't think. So let's go do ourselves a Corsair. Let's left bracket that. Let's left bracket that. Let's left bracket that. Lovely jubbly. I've accepted all 3 bits. Don't know who that is, Bounty Killer, but nice to know that he's outside. I can see him.
You are clear to launch.
Hopefully he won't give us any issues. because that would suck. Okay, why can't I take off? Oh, because I haven't engaged the fucking thrusters yet. Because I'm an idiot. I had, but clearly I double tapped and turned it off, so... Stick the autopilot on.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Go. Right, now we're on our way. Let's get ourselves mic L2. Oh, it doesn't like that. Zoom. Oh no, that's going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? Ah, here we go. So we can get ourselves to Long Forest Station, which is this one, I believe. Yeah, we'll follow the old jump routes, of course. Oh, we're not ready to jump until now. Boom. Let's get cracking. Bang on the hour and we're QTing to our first destination to be able to do some salvage. Fabulous. It's what we like, chat. It's what we like. This game's so fucking pretty. So fucking beautiful. Even in the shadows and in the dark. I mean, like, you really do get the sense and the feel for you really are on these ships. Right? The scaling is really impressive. Really, really very impressive, both inside and outside the vehicles. I can't really fault it, to be honest. Obviously, the game jank that is about and around, yeah, sure, we can turn around and fault that. But considering the technology involved to make this a persistent universe where it applies to everyone who's on the server, even 100 people, it's phenomenal. Absolute achievement. Fantastic. Well done, RSI and CRG, for sure. That's why I really don't get the bad rap that so many of the toxic players out there for this community pile on to the devs in the various forums and social medias, and you know, I think it's really unfair, especially when it's surface level. Oh, I'm just a player, I wanted it yesterday, I wanted it today. You know, yeah, there's been a lot of money sunk in, but does anyone actually understand the real achievements that this team has managed to accomplish in producing and building this game and getting it to run the way it has? With the level of detail and finesse that it has. Of course, there's going to be some things that are a little bit janky and a little bit broken. But the very fact that you can actually play an alpha version to the capabilities that you have, and there's just a little bit of jank, for the technology, fucking incredible. I think I need a pat on the back, and really, really need to be cut some fucking slack. Because for every person that complains out there about shit not being ready and stuff, I'd love to see you guys turn around and do a better job. I really would. You know, I'm just an amateur when it comes to being able to do mods and what have you when it comes to games and understanding certain techniques and all the rest of it. I'm semi-pro in understanding the back end for operating systems and games codings and stuff, having done it at college and pursued an interest at uni and so on and so forth. So having decompressed the P4K file for this game and actually having a look at how this game's file system is structured, how the models are encapsulated, how the manifest files, mind-boggling. It really, it's like no other game I've ever seen in how that particular file system and tree works, and to do it all persistently, and to do it while compressed, with each particular file for each ship being compressed as well, and they're doing 2 different layers of compression. So although the hardware can take part in disseminating that and such, so that it's not so much of an issue anymore, you're still working within files that are compressed, which when they are compressed, you've got to uncompress them lossily to be able to read and write to them correctly. And you're doing that with, what is it, 850 to 880,000 assets in the game all at once. That's right, all at once. Like, that's nearly a million, you know, a couple 100,000 shy of a million assets in a game, in a persistent universe at any one time, for one player, is being persistently read and written whilst being compressed, decompressed across 2 different compression types in one compressed file. That's phenomenal. That's fucking unheard of. That's why this game is the way it is, why the technology behind it and the engine itself is the way it is, you know, and that's why they should be really cut some fucking slack, in my opinion, for the community who just want a game yesterday or 10 years ago and can't seem to grasp and understand the monumental engineering task that it is. Like, yes, computer coding for this exists, but to do things in this particular way, monumental, astronomically monumental. So to be able to design a game that works this way, and then also get the persistent universe to work the way it does on the servers, the server backend's got to be generated and created to handle a game engine like this. So they're working on 2 components, or parts, to interlink and converge with each other, so that we get the gaming experience that we get. Some people are just so unbelievably hasty in the way that they respond to things, and their viewpoint is very shallow and surface level when it comes to a game of this caliber, and what it's actually doing in the background for you to be able to play it and have this degree of realism and, like I say, persistence in its universe across all instances of all the players in the game on that server at any one time. Of course there's going to be some fucking errors. That's just it running on the stuff that they have before presenting it to us players, who all have individual setups, all have individual hardware choices, or have made hardware choices, all have different specifications, all have, you know, an operating system and programs that run in the background to run all of this stuff before you even get to the game in various configurations that this game has then got to run on. That's literally impossibly incredible, right? Especially when it's doing it without any optimization whatsoever being pre-built into the game. Right? It boggles the mind. But again, the toxic players out there that keep wailing on this incredibly designed game, incredibly engineered game, they need to take a fucking step back and look at themselves, in my opinion. They really do. Because how can you complain with what you've got right now when for the most part it works? 99% of the time errors occur in this game because of user error. Like, yeah, there are some janky bits and stuff, but people don't realise that they do things or have done things that unfortunately we might not be aware of that become the trigger events for the problems in this game. Yeah? Because that's how it works. A computer is only as good as the person inputting into it. And that applies across the board, whether it's a coder, programmer, artist, you know, whether it's little editor like me, little modder like me, whether it's internet scripts, HTTPS scripts and so on and so forth, you know, whether it's design, whether it's music. The computer only does what you tell it to. And that's what they are forgetting. For sure. For absolute certainty. Is that they've done something that happens to trigger an event. Now, it's unfortunate that it will happen to them numerous times, and it could be something different every time. But I guarantee that it's not just this game, because I mean, I'm streaming this game, right, along with a good couple hundred other streamers, from what I can gather, that are top tier, right? Plus the few thousand of us that are able to stream this at the same time, or want to stream this at the same time as playing it, right? And from what I can understand, most of us, whilst encountering the jank, clearly know what the hell we're doing when it comes to computers, and a game like this, when it comes to an alpha. And we have playable experiences. Yeah, we have the odd jank, we have to have a workaround put in, but for the stuff that you've seen on my stream so far, and I've only been doing this a couple of weeks, getting towards close to a total of a month, even though I haven't got a month's worth of material up there. It's incredible that from the horror stories I've heard, the game's playable at all. But from my own experience, I don't get what the hell these people are fucking on about, in all fairness, because I see half of the critical errors that they're seeing, and it can only be down to them and their systems, because it works for me and my friends and the guys on Discord, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a highly playable, immersive game for a fucking alpha baked version, sorry, of the game. Like, so yes, we might be testing these features, and it's all going to preclude in amounting to nothing at the end of it when there is a commercial release. But by and large, we've got a playable game on our hands. So I really don't understand what everyone else who's having all these weird, crazy ass game crashing, boot looping issues, all the horror stories that you hear. I really don't understand it when, playable experience, you can sit and watch, and even with the jank, it's not that bad. And even if it was that bad, I'm not going to just give up trying to play it because it's not fucking perfect. No game's perfect. In fact, in the past decade or so, AAA games from AAA houses have really gone down in quality, and they don't give you a game that's actually fucking playable. That's why they patch it constantly through the first 6 to 12 months of release. They also don't include what content they want to include in the game, because they've just got to shove it out so that you buy it, and you buying it gives them the money to then make all the DLC that you then see coming into the game, and the features coming into the game that should have been there to begin with. At least these guys are presenting a game, generating all of the content for the game first, and making sure it all works first, and making sure it's all there and intermingled and works properly, before going, yeah, now we're going to commercially release it to the masses. Like how games used to be, where, okay, the complexity of it is, it's just become a graphical warfare between whose game looks the prettiest. But quality and content wise, games are nothing like they used to be, right? Because it's not like we're experiencing quality games anymore, where you can just buy a game and it's the finished product. So why people complain about this particular game, like, you hit an acknowledgement every time you play it that it's an alpha and that these problems exist, and X, Y and Z. So I don't understand why people wail on it so fucking hard. And it's just because of their own expectations being dog shit, in fairness, right? So fuck them. I enjoy it, my mates enjoy it, the guys on Discord enjoy it. I don't see a problem. Anyway, let's get on to salvaging, shall we? Oh, no, don't want to do that. We want to stay on that. Turn around and fracturing it yet. Right, so we've now got the cinch module on the left and the braid on the right. Let's get to it. Gimbal up. Let's start at the top. Let's melt all of this off. Scrapey, scrapey. do have to say the Drake Corsair is a ship I also want to purchase, but that's going to be later down the line as well for sure. I know my route map to the ships that I'm purchasing and in which order for sure, and I'm going to stick to my guns on that. Purely because the prices for the ships in the actual hangar store on RSI's website, they are expensive. They aren't. You're not like buying a toy. It's like going into a model shop and buying an actual freaking model. Except in this instance, you haven't had to put it together yourself. Someone else has done that for you. But that's why they're so expensive, because they are incredible feats of engineering. Just the components for each ship separately alone, you know. So it is a testament to the amount of work that's been put in, and it's reflected in the price of the ships that you can purchase to have in the game. Which, you know, I get why some people are a little bit, oh, they're so expensive. It's like, yeah, but people pay fucking hundreds of pounds worth of DLC or buy shark cards for GTA Online that makes Rockstar their millions and billions of pounds. I don't see how it's any fucking different. In all fairness, like, and there's nothing stopping you from doing something like this in the game to grind out the in-game credits that are, you know, free. That amounts to the same thing. You've just got to put in the grind and the time and the effort to earn enough money in cash from what you're doing to be able to then go and buy a ship. It's not that difficult, you know. It's not pay to win. I mean, I suppose there are some aspects of it with certain ships that you could see are pay to win, but what game doesn't have that these days, considering how games have gone when it comes to microtransactions and having a shop store and yada 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 yada. Don't fucking matter. Every game's the fucking same these days. So again, why are people complaining? Who the fuck knows? All I know is I think they're all chatting shit, and they just don't like that it's not fucking now, which is their own expectations leading them to a fault, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. What can I say? Gotta love the movement and motion there. That's why we do. Let's crank that back up. Melt that wing, you motherfucker. Go on a braid. Go on, cinch. Let's salvage this ship. For those who might wonder, most of the ships in this game are based on ships from other franchises, just with totally different names. That kind of, I suppose, relate to the actual like name, like the actual ships from those franchises. They are indeed all kind of inspired by would be the word. They're not like IP rips or anything, but you can tell which ships they're supposed to be if you know your sci-fi, basically. So the ship that we're currently going for, the Drake Corsair, if I take it out of rotation lock, take it off gimbal, you will see this thing resembles a certain ship from Star Wars. Right? I'm pretty sure the designation for that ship would be a B and a certain word thereafter. Something to do with these pylon things that extend down, you know, so you can flap yourself away. Which, yeah, they are. Some of them are pretty fucking wicked, like transference designs, where you can tell where they've come from, basically, and that's all well and good. We love that. We love that. It's great that you can find a ship that you recognise and purchase it, fly it in this game, basically. Now, of course, it doesn't always extend to the outside of the ship. Sometimes it's purely the interior that's recognisable. In this instance, it is both the interior and the exterior, because the shape of this ship alone, like where the placement of the turrets are and so on and so forth, it lends itself to being, excuse me, exactly the ship you think it is from Star Wars. There's another ship in the game that I do definitely want to purchase, purely because it has the med bay function, so the ability to respawn on mission. You go to its medical bay, log yourself in, lay down on the bed, tell it that you want that to be respawn point, go out to a mission, land your ship. Anytime you die, you don't get transported back to whatever station or whatever planet your residential location is supposed to be. You spawn back on that ship. Now, it's not to scale. It has some similarities outside, but not many, to the first ship in the Alien franchise, Nostromo. Interior, however, as you will look on some other streams that I've done, you can tell when I'm on the Carrack, which is its name. The Carrack, you can tell it is, interior wise, you want that alien to be running around on that ship. The med bay, you think that you're Kane with the chest burster coming through your chest. It is like for like. The way that hexagonal sort of interior is, the angle they've got down to a T, the whitish greyish interior with the red striping round in the right place. It just looks like the interior of the massive ships in the Aliens franchise. You know, the Nostromo, the USMC. What's the Marines one? Can't remember what the Marines ship is called. I'll have to have a look up later. But yeah, you can tell that's what that particular series has been based upon for in this game. And the APC as well. Even though in this one it's not 4 wheels, it's 6 wheels, and there are slight differences. It's designed to go in the Carrack. So it's like they've mixed the first ship with the second from the franchise, from the Alien and Aliens franchise, and giving you the option of having the APC or MPC that the Marines use in the second film to go down to the alien's nest in the reactor. I fucking love that film. So yeah, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but we fucking love it. The cutter, which is the second ship I'm after, the cutter, I'm pretty sure, is meant to represent Lone Star's Winnebago from Spaceballs. It's very recognisable. Obviously, interior-wise, slight difference. You know, it's not quite a Millennium Falcon style interior, and it's definitely not got the dual seating arrangement in the cockpit and what have you. But you know, you've got to have those slight differences so you don't bungle the IPs that you're taken inspiration from, for sure. But yeah, that ship is very much based on the Spaceballs Winnebago design. What else do we have that I'm aware of? I'm pretty sure that the Aegis Titan, the first package I've got in the game, that looks like it's very much based on either the ship that Crichton uses to jump to the other side of the galaxy in Farscape, or it's very akin to the to one of the NASA space shuttle ships for first flight. In I can't remember which sci-fi film it is. There's one in a sci-fi film that looks pretty similar to that. Or you could say, depending on which Star Trek film you watch, you could say it's pretty close to Cochrane's ship, which is able to achieve the first impulse and first light speed warp. It's got a very similar sort of delta wing design there. But yeah, I'm inclined to want to believe that it looks very similar to Crichton's ship in Farscape. That he accidentally shoots himself to the other side of the galaxy for, and then has to start fighting the Peacekeepers until he befriends and shags one of them. Oh, good old Claudia Black, gotta love her. I loved Farscape. That was a great series, absolutely amazing series. Can't be a bit of Australian. Jim Henson puppeteering. The storylines were really good too. But yeah, it's yeah. Ben Browder, one of the very few people on planet Earth who has managed to appear in pretty much every sci-fi franchise that's been popular as well, believe it or not. I mean, Farscape was his own. He's been in Stargate since Farscape days. He has appeared, I'm pretty sure he's appeared in the Aliens franchise somewhere, whether it's an extra or not. Pretty sure he's been in the Star Trek franchise. I'm almost certain he's been in Star Wars as a Star Trooper. But yeah, sci-fi conventions, people go absolutely mad for that man, and rightly so, because he is one of the very few people who's appeared across multiple sci-fi franchises as an actor. I think he's crossed off the most on his list, so he is the ultimate in sci-fi actor nerd, in my opinion. Which is very reminiscent of, say, your Michael Dorn, who appears in most variations of Star Trek as Worf. He's one of the few carryover characters, I think, that appears, which, you know, good on him. Good on him. Everyone likes a bit of the old Worfy boy. So yeah, it's ingrained and deeply involved, this game, and I absolutely fucking love it. And you should too, because it's deeply involving. It's a great survival space sim. It really is, as well as having a lot of cool missions and stuff in it that I'm still yet to explore, but kind of have some knowledge on at least some of the space tactic ones, from, like I've mentioned before, playing Freelancer, that this game sort of born out of existence from, and that was a cracking game. So pretty sure that wing is done, you know. Maybe we should get the interior of it, shall we? I don't know, put rotation lock back on. Let's get them back to centre them in the crosshair. Close enough. Let's put rotation lock off. Gimbal going again. Let's make sure we scrapes all of these shapes away. As you know, we like to cover all bases. I'd say that wing is likely to be done. So let's now crack on with the internals of this wing. Stick the rotation lock on. The interior shapes that are lighting up here. That's better. And now we'll take the gimbal off and take the rotation off so we can get round to... Okay, so what if we oh, well, that's not what we wanted. That was silly. So now we've done that, and that's floating away. We need to catch up with it. I need to stick on the tractor beam. Let's just hold that there till it settles itself. Then we'll disable. Hairy moment there, nearly destroyed and knocked the salvage that we were after out and about. That was silly. No, we don't need that yet. We still need this. Let's take off the rotation lock again. Right. Let's put that on. Let's go gimbal. Right. So the beam spacing only really works when yeah, beam spacing only works in gimbal mode, it would seem. I mean, that's okay, sort of. It would be nice to have been able to gimbal ourselves so that we can beam space even when we're not gimbaled, like. But hey ho, what are you gonna do? Just keep salvaging. I mean, we're already at 5.5 boxes, so that's not so bad. I mean, considering the awkward shape of this thing, like throughout, being an offset sided ship, it's not too bad. We're not doing too bad so far. Just again, really awkward shapes in some places. But that's okay. At least it's not floating away anymore, you know? Oh. That's a component that I'm not going to be able to get. That's why it lights up with the graphic, but I can't get it because that is actually a turret. Nice little salvage mission this, nice and calm and collected, nothing too crazy, besides nearly losing it and having to tractor it back to a steady stop. That's my fault for not sitting on my keys properly and being where I should have been with the keys, so that's good. So, like I said, user error. Running wrong. That is one thing about this game, I will say. It has a very steep learning curve, or it can have a very steep learning curve to get used to things and just traversing places and what have you. Once you get into the knack of it, and you get yourself your own little routine and process, getting from A to B, and so it's really fulfilling and rewarding. It becomes really fucking quick. You're not so inundated with so many options, like confusing you and all of that sort of stuff. Oh. Excuse me. So yeah, it does turn out to be actually really fucking enjoyable, really nice actually. Now let's get the outside of this wing. Oh, and the interior bit that we missed. Cool. Shit's lighting up like a Christmas tree, so that's good. Once we're getting all the right bits. This is what we want. Relatively done to me, and I'm not. There we go. Back quarter. SirFaldo has one of these, and I have to say he's definitely got one of the best looking paints for it, for sure. I think it's he calls it, it was dropped as a best in show paint. I believe that's what it's called. It's really nice, deep purpley blue, really gorgeous looking. It stands out when you're right up close to it, but at a distance it just blends into the background. It's incredible. It's got really nice lighting effects and tinting off it when you get hitting it just right with the sun, the Stanton sun. Having a look, following it in third person, mwah. Being inside it, mwah. Yeah, it really is. Really is a sexy vessel in the best in show colour scheme that he has. Obviously that's quite hard and rare to get. I'm pretty sure you have to have done certain things to be able to get that particular livery to then purchase, to then get it on your ship. But for sure, I have to say, it is one of the favourite skins I've seen of any ship in this game that I know someone has, that I have witnessed. Some of the other players in the Discord in the Finger Cave, they have some pretty tasty skins too. Fingers himself has some pretty tasty skins. Combatwombat, he has some pretty tasty skins, of the ones I've seen, of course. When it comes to Snail and Grumps, I think their armour sets I've preferred a bit more over than some of their ships' liveries. But that's just personal taste. Their ship liveries are still good, they're just not what I'd personally go for. I don't think. That's not to say that they're good, they are still gorgeous. But yeah, I think I prefer their armour sets that they've had on more than any. But again, that's just me, because they have like their armor sets are pretty cool looking. To be fair, I mean all of them have got pretty decent stuff. They've been playing this for quite some time, and the money they've sunk into the game, I hope one day to be on that level. But yeah, as the split goes, I think Faldo has some of the best looking ships in liveries that he's chosen, that he's got in the game, followed very closely by Fingers, who I think has the best. Him and Wombat have by far the best selection of ships in the game. I know Faldo has most of the ones that they have too. I don't know, maybe it's just the way they bring them out, or when they bring them out, when they decide to fly them. I don't know. But yeah, just from what I've seen and witnessed, what I've been aboard, what I've been able to do a job in, you know, some of the ones that have the turrets and such like, where I can be a support crew member and all that, I've had some great fun in the ships. I think it's primarily been Faldo's and Fingers ships that I've been within. But yeah, out of all of them, I think Faldo's definitely got some of the, from what I've seen, some of the better looking liveries that he's decided to stick on his ships for sure. Personal preference, IMO, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's his Corsair, for me, one of the prettiest ships I've seen in the game on the whole. And that's saying something. Not just saying that because I know him in real life, because he's a friend, because we played together. Just genuinely what I've seen between him and the other players, from the stuff we've seen online, and then also including my own. Now obviously I'm going to be personally biased towards my own. I quite like this Frostbite blue and white scheme that I have on my ships. And this is the scheme I will probably be going for because I think they look fucking clean. They really do look good. Obviously the only issue is they're not very stealthy. Your livery really does lend itself to helping you with things like stealth. Whether you can be shown up on a radar or not, a lot of this is also a visual game. So obviously I'm not helping myself by having bright white ships. But on this ship, the Vulture, and on the Cutter, mwah, love them. If I could get some more expensive limited, then obviously I'd potentially change my mind, because I'd be then changing my ships, colours and liveries and such. But until that day where I can sink the money in, or you know, complete the challenges or the missions or whatever it is that's required to be able to unlock those, then I'm afraid the blue and white will be staying for quite some period of time. And I hazard a guess that those that do play Star Citizen don't have white liveries and such, like, because of the nature of it's highly reflective, doesn't lend itself to stealth. You'll get spotted a mile away visually, even if you're not running your engines with your jets behind you and stuff, because it's white and reflective. I don't give a shit. It's what I like. And to me, they make the shit stand out and look fucking sick as hell. Again, just my opinion. That's where I stand on the matter. That's why I've chosen the livery, the very limited choice in liveries that I have at the moment. But the ones that I do have, these are the ones that I like. I like the fact that I can have my ships will be a matching fleet, so that people can discern that I am who I am, whether it's in our group, so they know who's coming in, or who all happen to be in the same ship, etc. Excuse me. Then obviously they'll be able to discern who's who, and in no uncertain terms, I'll be the white ships flying in with the flash and stab of blue, until other liveries get unlocked or purchased, which for me at the minute, not going to happen. I just need to get the basic ships that I want to have in this game for various things, stop there, play the game for a while, you know, and go from there, really. So there we are, we've nearly completed the mission, as you can tell by the top bar that says remain in salvage. We've only got a few bits left to do, and we're only at 7.8 SCU in the buffer for the Corsair to complete this salvage mission. So that's going to disappear pretty shortly. Once I've collected, I'm guessing it's 8 SCU that this will turn around and disappear. I'm at 7.8 now. I'm starting to struggle finding stuff on this side of the boat to be able to scrape, apart from these chunks. Ah, well, I spoke too soon. Or at least of the components that I am allowed to scrape, the material of which I'm allowed to scrape anyway. Oh no, we're at 8.2. Oh no, it's gone. Cool. So we'll get as much as we can. Scrape this last component to within an inch of its life. Because yeah, right, I mean, why not? Why the hell not? We'll be able to box it up, make hopefully a decent transaction on the vessel, in the hope that it'll jump up some of the credits for what I had to purchase on the move to Babbage. I mean, it's certainly going to pay for the expenditures. The expenditures that I've had to outlay in the move to Babbage and the replacements, just to make sure that I've got items at Port Tressler and at Babbage itself, so that any time I go to those places I can load out with what I would normally use. Get this last remaining bit of skew. We're not really getting much more out of this. 9.3, it's way too soon. It's getting pretty tight on the what can be reclaimed. So a lot of these are components that can't really be touched. Okay, so I'm going to call it there, I think. So I don't think there's anything else I can get off this bird. Let's send to them, send to myself, to a vessel that is not fucking, it's an asymmetric vessel, but you know. Right, so we've done that. Now we'll go down to the, we'll go up to the fracture field. That's 39.7 skew, oh my god. It's getting right up close. It's going to start to vibrate. It's going to get that magnetic field around it. Look at that, there it goes. Imagine being, well, you wouldn't want to be on a ship that's being fractured, because that is an intense electromagnetic field that's going to completely and utterly rip the components of the ship apart. So you could only imagine that happening to your body if you were on board. Not ideal. It just pulls it apart. There she blows. And then we go to fracturing, which I think we will. Let's go for the wings first, shall we? And go for all the smaller components first, I think. Oh, oh. Yeah, that's gone. Lovely. It's not really got much on it, that. Taking its time, taking its time. Can't bring that skew down because there's so little on it. That's why I think I've got a minus 20% to it. That's okay, don't really mind. I'll get the yeah, I'll get that. What else we got? Okay, so we've got the that's 30. Yeah, I can't get that. Not yet, anyway. That's 3 skew. Fuck it, I'll get one of these. Yeah, I know it's going to be full. I'm not too bothered. Okay. So, we'll get the rotation lock on. We'll get out the seat. Now it's time to make some boxes. So go down the vessel, go through the corridor, down the ladder, hold control, slide down the ladder. I said slide down. There we go. Alright, what do we have here? Do the recycled component stuff first. Let's get out the old multi-tool. And we'll wait for this to box and be processed. Voila, one fresh box. Thank you. And go over there. Get it in the old clippable grid. This is the bit that can take just as long as the scraping. Obviously not, but it can be a little bit fraught with sat here waiting around for this thing to do its job while it chucks out the box. Filling box. Are you going to fill it then? There we go. Took its time. Because it did, it took its time. once I've done these boxes, I think I'm going to have a break. Go eat some dinner. Stream will still be on. Stream will still be active. But yeah, I'll get these boxes done and filled. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 7. Got 2 more boxes. Oh. Let's get that in there. So there's 8. Where do we want this one? Want that there? Yeah, we'll have that there. And we've got 3 boxes of construction materials, have we not? Yes, there we are. Okay. So slam that down by the back door. What are you on about? There's something in the way. No, there isn't. Continue ejecting. Thank you. Chatting shit buffer. Absolute chatting shit. Slam that over there. Yep, okay, there where they need to be. Never mind. There we go. There we go. Make sure they're nicely stacked. And we've got nothing left in there. Okay, lovely jubbly. So that's them stacked. Ready to rock and roll, ready to go. Evans, that's me. Clear that out of the way. Get back into the pilot seat. Get ourselves one of these. Pop. And we'll get ourselves this bad boy. Boom, and we're filled. Beautiful. Right, so we'll do that. Let's get ourselves in a little bit of frost, just for the motion. We'll toggle that so we're not going to drift into anywhere silly. And now we need to go back down to New Babbage to go to the TDD. Now that's done. Yeah, we got ourselves a waypoint. And take that out of the shift rotation. A little tiny bit of jank. There we go. Now that's on. I make beautifully stacked boxes up to the I do try. I do try. Thank you very much, Fingers. Just utilising all of that side space in the cargo hold. You know how it is. But yes, let's go to the old TDD, make some cash. It won't be a hell of a lot, and then I'm gonna stick it on break, grab some dinner, and see if anyone's in the Discord. Come say hello to the beautiful guys over there and see what's what. But yeah, let's get landed first. Man's eating his dinner. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing very shortly. Very shortly. Hope you got something nice, my dude. Hope I've got something nice actually. I'm here to go go see what's down in the freezer and the fridge. See what's a crack-a-lackin'. But yes, I shall. I think I shall get this on break, hop over onto break, and say hi to the Discord guys and see what's what, and go from there. Hopefully this nice little leftovers. Yeah, leftovers are always good from a Sunday roast, if they're leftovers from a Sunday roast, that is. Oh, I only wish they were for me. It was a great Sunday roast yesterday. It was so good I took a picture of it and then thought better of posting it up, because I don't know why. Maybe it took space on my phone, I can't remember. All I know is it tasted damn good. Alright, let's see what we got. Dark side of the Microtech, beautiful. Let's take the rotation off. Let's get ourselves rotated for the new Babbage QT, because it always likes doing it upside down in here. Let's go have a fumble, because it always likes spinning me round, rotating. Let's have some cloud entry stuff, shall we? I haven't turned around and shown this transition yet. She looks good, she looks good, she looks good, she looks good, she still looks good. Am I 20k up? Not too much cloud cover today. Not that it matters too much. Let's get the rotation on. Look for the old... Oh, directly below me today. Usually it spits me out of the right hand side and I'm a little further out. Right, let's get ourselves down here. Let's take that shit off. Although it would be nice to know how far to the floor we are, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's get ourselves sped up. Chili with spaghetti because we ran out of rice. Oh, unlucky. But spag bowl, you can't go wrong with spag bowl. Oh, it's incredible how, as a nation, for food, we do like to co-opt other nations' food, because we know, although ours has got its own certain charms, yeah, it's got nothing on in what they made over the years, for sure. Particularly Italian food. I mean, generally tend to be a bit more selective with other nations' food choices. Like France, it'll be sweets and pastries. Same with potentially Germany, I think. Although we're more likely to nick their beer and alcohol. Oh, I better slow the fuck down.
You are clear to launch.
I'm not clear to launch, I'm clear to land, thank you. But cheers for telling me, my guy. But yes, chili spag bowl. Nom, 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 nom. My daughter used to love a good chili spag bowl that I used to make. Now she's lucky if she goes past fucking potato chips and french fries, because her mum just doesn't really fucking bother with her. I feel really sorry for the variety that my daughter no longer experiences. But I suppose that's the change when I was the cook of the house. Not for want of her not wanting to cook, she was good with her baking the old cakes and stuff, but she's the kind of person who likes to microwave bacon, you know, and go, yeah, that's cooked. Nah, mate, you don't cook bacon in a fucking microwave. Like, it's the only thing cooking wise. It's like, no, you ain't doing that ever again. Like, you've got to learn how to fry it properly. You can fry eggs. Why not use the same damn pan? Why are you microwaving bacon? Oh, because it's quick and easy. Yeah, but there goes all of the flavour, and it looks like you're eating pink plastic. Like, why? Why? I don't get her. I shouldn't talk about her really, because she's my abuser. But you know, shit happens. Yes, this shit is offline. So what we're going to do now, get this done in time, where I can... do I want... No, I don't think I want to claim it. Come on, out the side door. Let's go. Looks like vegan bacon. Oh mate, no, it looks worse than that. Like, it looks like... Even vegan bacon, even vegans would be like, no, I'm not eating that. It might be meat, but even I can't. No. Just... Microwave bacon is not... You just don't microwave meat. Like, unless it's on a... You know, unless it's something that can be microwaved. Like you're reheating a pizza, perhaps, and it happens to have chili beef and ham bacon on it or something. That's sort of the only acceptable time, I think. Wouldn't you say? For... Exactly. See, now we're on the train. Like, you're starting to understand the shit I had to contend with this woman. I say woman, she's... Yeah, she's just fucking not ready for home life by herself. She could cook a mean set of cakes. Cakes was her thing. But anything else, besides a fried egg in a pan, anything else, nah, couldn't cook for shit. Like, it's the first thing, like, a year and a half of being with her, and it took me 6 months to get her to stop microwaving bacon. Like, no, you just don't microwave bacon, ever, at all. You don't microwave any meat unless, as I've just mentioned, it's to be reheated because it's on a pizza, or it's in a microwavable tub that you've got, you know, from the takeaway or something, and it's, you know, leftovers. But fuck microwave bacon, like, that's gonna... It's no wonder she was ill almost constantly a lot of the time, because a lot of her practices were just not fucking clever. I swear to God, I don't want to say it hit the roof, but I laughed so hard, and at the same time cried, because what a disservice to the pig. What a disservice to a nice sliver of bacon. Like, if you wanted to have any of the flavour, the only way to get it is to lick what's leaked out of it on the plate afterwards. But even then, it's been microwaved. Like, that shit ain't cooked. Welcome to Salmonella. Welcome to E. coli. Like, say hello, they are now your new friends. No. So yeah, that was tough times. But 6 months to get her to change to actually using a grill, at the very least. Or wrapping it in foil and oven cooking it, you know? So, like, cook it like fish, where it becomes really melt in the mouth and flaky. Or just, for God's sake, fry the fucker in a pan. Like, it's not that hard. It takes like 2 minutes. You don't even need to butter the damn thing. You don't need to put any oil in. Just use the fat that's on the bacon. Like, see, you guys get it. It does. It was foul. Like, microwave bacon is not the one. Like, I'm glad I've touched on something that people agree with me is absolutely disgusting. Like, some of our friends would be like, well, yeah, that's just her. It's like, no, this it might just be her, but it's wrong on so many levels. There are some things you do in life that when it comes to cooking, you do, and there's a reason you do them. And it's so that you don't fucking die. It's quite simple. You haven't had, like, millions of years of, like, evolution and hundreds of thousands of years of cooking technique for someone to come along with a convenience like a microwave and just start microwaving literally everything there is just because it's convenient to cook it that way. No. Not a chance. You cook things a certain way because otherwise you will end up ill or dead. Just, nah. Yeah, pre-cooked is fine. I wouldn't know about bacon. Well, like most foods are pre-cooked when we get them in a packet anyway. But Jesus Christ, like, I am in the right place. Yeah, I am in the right place. The Commons. Yes. Oh, this place. It's so easy to get lost. But that's because I haven't been to New Babbage in a long time. I'm pretty sure I'll go down and off to that direction for the TDD. No, I did last time. I think it's up and to the right. Because this place is like a wheel, spindled. A spindled wheel. I'm sure there's probably a quicker way to get to it than what I've just done. In fact, there is. I probably should have just gone straight. Yeah, probably should have. Anyway, let's go check this shit out. What'd it say? Not in demand. No demand. What a fucking surprise. So I've done all that and I can't fucking sell it. No shit. This happens the last time I went salvaging over at Area 18, but only after myself and Faldo went in a reclaimer and sold a lot of boxes of stuff, and I'm pretty sure because I was on that server that we'd filled the maximum SKU boxes that a place can take. I think it's something like 4,000 boxes, if I'm right, guys, of SKU for it. Or whether it's just you have to be like populate onto a different server, or what it is that you have to do to let it drop below that maximum limit. But I know there is one, and I've now encountered it a total of twice on salvage, so that's cool. I've only spent the past 2 hours and 10 minutes in the game to do this. To find that I now can't sell what I've done. That's okay, that's part of the charm of the game. It just means I'll have to put the vulture away and hope the boxes stay. I mean, they should do. They did the last time I did this. Ready to jump over and be able to sell them later on. So we're not going to lose the Corsair that we've salvaged, which is good. Or hopefully good, if I can put the ship away. The only issue is when I'm going to be able to sell it off, because I've either now got to go in the Vulture to either Hurston or Area 18 or both, or even Orison, to see if they'll accept what I've just salvaged. But considering the time is now 6:20 and I've been on for 2 hours 20 minutes, one, I need that break because I need to eat, and two, I need to now find a place. I mean, I don't want to be trekking around the fucking system just trying to find somewhere to sell that salvage. I can do it later, but it's now figuring out, is there a time cooldown issue for the boxes, or is it just in this server enough people have sold enough material for this to not accept mine? Do I need to go somewhere else to be able to sell it, or are they going to be in the same boat there? Who knows? I shall have to do a little bit of light reading whilst having my tea. Oh no, that's where we are. So yeah, we'll go back to the ship and put it away, and that's where I'm going to grab a break, get some sustenance, and then we will head on over to the Discord and go to the Finger Cave, which anyone who sees this stream who isn't members of the fucking Finger Cave itself, like the guys in chat, love you guys, then, you know, come over and check us out. It's fingers for Finger Cave, capital F and capital C, all one word. That's where the guys that you will see on this stream, on this channel, who I play with as and when I can, that's where you'll find all of us. Always happy to help out and try and build the community, try and find like-minded players who aren't gonna fucking grief others or cause issues for others, both in game and in chat. Unfortunately, I've fallen foul of that a couple of times, but we won't go into that. That's my own fault. It's just something I need to work on. Can't help it. I get excited when I've got friends, basically, and and get excited about the content of the things that I do, i.e. playing games, and in particular this game. This shit's a fucking addiction. So yeah, so anyone who's interested, highly recommend checking out Star Citizen. Obviously, come check out the Finger Cave. I'm sure the guys won't mind an introduction if you happen to be a player, or if you want to get started. You'll find that the guys over there are very good at giving out advice to noobs and amateurs, semi-pros and pros alike, because I'm pretty sure we all consider ourselves at varying levels of expertise when it comes to the game, both the mechanics and the things you can do in game, or also some of the technical side with like some of the game's jankiness and some workarounds, stuff you want to be doing with the spec of your PC and such like to get it running. You know the drill. So anything that you want to, any questions as well you want to ask, that's a good place to ask. I'm sure that someone will be able to answer you. So yeah, come check us out in the Finger Cave. If not, there are my handles and links that are on my channel, where you can find the persistent uploads of the streams on my YouTube channel at xofficina. You can go jump onto my Discord. That's pretty empty because it's pretty basic at the moment, but that's under my media brand, Colloquial Metaphor Productions. The link's down below. You can go check out Star Citizen itself through the link as well. That's a referral from me. Very much appreciated if you use that, because it helps me out in game, and it also gives you a little helping hand too. And yeah, I will leave that. Don't think I actually did what I needed to do, did I? Which is store my ship. What an idiot, too busy chatting. Why does that not sound fun? There, I'm going to shift over to a break as we slide out of the game just there. And we are going to get ourselves nicely adjusted when it comes to the game, and I think we will yeah, we'll back out, I think, just so that I don't get kicked, so that I don't get 30k or anything. And whilst that's happening, oh, I think it did. I think it has kicked me. Well, it's certainly crashed, that's for sure, because I'm exiting to menu, and it seems to be that it's doing that. Oh, that's not good. That really isn't good. It's it's put me back at the start of the stream on trying to exit where I was in my Titan. Fabulous, and as a result has crashed. So that's going to need to be a an end shot, I think. So I'm going to have to task man it, aren't we? Oh, okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Let's... Will you let me... No, it won't. Oh, that's no good. That's not good at all. Oh no, we have issues. Okay, this might have to be the end of the stream, because I cannot get myself out of the game. It has proper crashed. Another one of those janks. So I think from there on we are going to, like I say, go get something to eat. We're going to sort out this unload issue for Star Citizen. Hopefully that will be resolved for when I come back. We'll jump into the Discord with the guys and have a quick chat over there before probably jumping into Star Citizen again. I would assume that's going to be the case. Hopefully Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely not responding. Could I move it? Will it let me move it to here, onto this screen? Or is it gonna not let me? It's nearly there. No, it doesn't want me to do it because it's being a pain. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Anyways, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous there, and we'll see you after the break.